to what ended up being an emotional win for the Michigan Wolverines as they traveled down to Bloomington, Indiana for Big Noon to play Indiana on Indiana's homecoming. Now, that's some genuine gall. I don't care how good or bad you think Michigan is going to be. To make that your homecoming game says that you better show up to play. And those boys at Indiana absolutely showed up to play, especially after they got punched in the mouth. You could see Blake Corum punching it in after he had an explosive play to start this game. And then Indiana and Tom Allen decided it was time to hunker down just a little bit. Played this game really tight and forced Michigan to present to us what a number 4 team in the country should look like. Man, J.J. McCarthy continues to look like the kind of guy that we thought he could be when he got to Michigan. He finished this game 28 of 36 for 304 passing yards with 3 TDs and a pick. That is on top of Blake Corum rushing for 124 yards on 25 carries and a TD. That dude is really put himself into the conversation for the Heisman Trophy, especially if they're undefeated going into a game against Ohio State that we think is going to be a play-in game for the college football playoff, if not into the Big Ten championship game. Ronnie Bell showed up in a big way, 11 receptions, 121 yards. But it was clear that in the second quarter, the Michigan Wolverines were a bit shook. And it wasn't really much that Indiana was doing except perhaps making it difficult on them defensively. It was with running backs coach and, well, Michigan legend Mike Hart collapsing to the ground due to a seizure. We had a statement from Jim Harbaugh on Mike Hart after the game. I'm going to read it in its entirety here. Mike Hart had a medical emergency during the game, and he's in stable condition. He's going to stay overnight in Bloomington for continued observation. Mike is a strong guy, and abundant prayers go his way. It really puts things in perspective. In the moment, everybody's thoughts were with Mike. Mine were, and everyone around us, was to get him the care that he needed. The most important thing is his health at that point in time. Took a while. It was really rough to see Mike Hart stretchered off, and it was really tough to see Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum taking that to heart. That was a man that, or is a man, that is very near and dear to them. I mean, that's the position coach. That's the guy that brings them in there. That's the guy they see every day. It's the guy's probably in their text messages all the time. If nothing else, he is an uncle to them in that way. And I'm sure that they were playing with him on his mind. At halftime, Jim Harbaugh left no doubt about that, saying, hey, we got to go win this one for Coach Hart. It was 10-10 at half, and they poured it on 21 points in the second half to win 31-10. It still looks like a really good football team that is growing into its own. The defense had 7 sacks of Connor Bazelak. The only Indiana fan in my phone that follows Indiana football texts me is like, yo, man, Connor Bazelak's getting killed out there. And I'm going, yeah, because that's how good that defensive line has turned out to be. Mike Morris is an absolute dude. They had 10 tackles for loss in this game to go with those 7 sacks and a pick. Tough game for Indiana. They played hard. They played well, but Michigan was just a better football team as they get ready for another big new matchup against Penn State in Ann Arbor. That is going to be a lot of fun, and yours truly will be on site for that. Very excited to see what Michigan can do against James Franklin, Nick Singleton, and that Penn State program. All right. Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.